the issue of Taiwan, it talks about using the United States voice and our vote in international organizations to make sure that we're advocating for the addition of Taiwan as an observer to such organizations and entities. We did it last year with Interpol, and I believe we should stand up for Taiwan as a great partner and especially an important voice in these international organizations. The other amendment is addressing North Korea, and in a meeting that Senator Markey and I hosted with a former resident of North Korea, a high-level defector, the deputy ambassador to United Kingdom, has said that the one thing that could make a difference in North Korea is cutting off diplomatic relations with North Korea, other nations around the globe that haven't done that yet, and isolating diplomatically North Korea as much as possible. And so this amendment would use our voice and vote in international organizations and entities to do just that, to make sure that we are stressing the importance of diplomatic isolation of the North Korean regime. And I think these two amendments present a very significant contrast, because you have Taiwan, somebody that we want to partner with, somebody that is an incredible partner, somebody who abides by and respects the rule of law, that cannot participate in these international organizations. And then you have one, North Korea, that has been sanctioned almost greater than any other nation on the face of this planet by the United States, and yet they're allowed to be in the United Nations. They're allowed to be a full part of the diplomatic community. And so I think this is just a good contrast, where why is the nation that's testing nuclear bombs in violation of every sanction possible being treated better than Taiwan, that is a great international partner? So I'm going to withdraw these two amendments for the sake of moving forward on 1928, but I do think it's important that we continue this conversation. I thank you for the work you've been doing on this legislation.
Well, thank you, and I do want to point out that as a new member on this committee, you passed one of the most meaningful pieces of legislation ever been passed on North Korea.
If I could just briefly thank you for working with me on this bill. Thank Senator Cardin, and thank everybody who's been a co-sponsor. We spend $10 billion a year on the United Nations, World Bank, and a lot of other organizations. And I appreciate this approach, and I appreciate Senator Merkley's amendment that'll make the whole methodology more transparent. I think we have to continue on a bipartisan way to work to make sure that what foreign aid we are investing is done well and wisely, and I appreciate the opportunity to work together on the bill.
Well, I appreciate being able to work with you on this, and I think people understand, too, this also gives us the ability with this data to strongly support those agencies that we believe ought to be strongly supported if they're producing good results. So,
correct.
Thank you.